So today's lecture is about balanced and unbalanced forces. I found this PowerPoint on the internet. Looks like it'd work really good for my class, so I just think, well, you know what, I'll just use it. Works really good. Why reinvent the wheel? So what is a force? Force is a push or a pull that causes an object to move, stop, or change direction. It's anything that makes an object accelerate. That is a force. Force comes in pairs. There's always an opposite force. It has a magnitude and a direction. It has to have both of those things. Magnitude is the amount or the how much force there is. It's usually a number. And a direction. Direction, I don't have to explain direction, you guys. You get it. You go right, you go left, north, south, east, west, direction. It's expressed in newtons. 1 Newton is a 1 Newton force. It's equal to 1 kilogram times meters per second per second. So a force will be shown like this with an arrow, and this one is 5 newtons going north or going up. So you have your magnitude, which is part 1 of how you express a force, 5 newtons, with the direction north or up. Forces occur in pairs, and they can be either balanced or unbalanced. Balanced forces do not cause change in motion. So if it's balanced, there is no change in the motion of the object. It's just they are equal in size and opposite in direction. These forces, they come up when you subtract them. The force from the opposite force becomes 0. So there is no change in the motion. It might be moving, but it won't change in its velocity. Then you have unbalanced forces. They are always associated with a change in motion. You don't have a change in motion without having unbalanced forces. When you have unbalanced forces acting in opposite directions, you find the net force, so you can figure out which way the overriding force is happening, and that's called net force. That has 2 parts, magnitude and direction. We've been the same way as we talk about forces in general. You talk about the same 2 parts when you're talking about net force. Magnitude, the amount, how much force there is. The net force magnitude is the difference between 2 forces. And then the direction is the direction of the largest force. So if you have the largest force, it's going to overpower the lesser force. And with that, then you're going to move in the direction that the largest force is moving in, because it overpowers the lesser force. So in this, you have arrows pointing left, you have arrows pointing right. You're looking for your net force. The red arrow represents 3 newtons to the right, with the blue arrow representing 6 newtons to the left. And when you subtract the magnitude, which is the 3 and the 6, you are left with 3, and magnitude has to be expressed with a unit, which is newtons, and then 6 newtons is larger than 3 newtons, so it is going to move to the left. And so your unbalanced net force is 3 newtons to the left. Same way, we just did the exact same thing. We have 4 newtons to the left and 6 newtons to the right. And so what are we going to end up with? First step, find the magnitude. 4 minus 10 or 10 minus 4 is 6 newtons. So you have 6 newtons, 6 with the unit of newtons, and then which direction is it going to move? Well, 10 is bigger than 4, so we're going to go right. So your answer is 6 newtons to the right. So watch a little video, but we're not going to do that on this video. We're just going through the PowerPoint here. And so we have, sometimes all the forces are going in the same direction. If they're going in the same direction, you'll add them because you're pushing in the same direction. 5 newtons to the right plus 10 newtons to the right. Once again, you just do your math with the Magnitude, 5 and 10. So 5 plus 10 is 15. You have to have a unit of newtons. And you're going to go, they're both going to the right. So your overall net force will be going to the right. So 15 newtons to the right. So there you have it. That is unbalanced forces. Thank you for listening, guys.